Hey guys, what is up? Loosen up Blockchain. And today we are here back with the Outer Worlds. Last time we would have beat the main game and get our ending for the Outer Worlds. We went to go save Phineas. We succeeded in saving him, and then we got our overall ending of what happened to Halcyon years later. This time we're going to be going back and doing the murder or Eridanos DLC. I believe that's how you say the point. I'm not quite sure. I'm not good with words. Yeah, all of these quick saves right here, that doesn't matter. Once you go to Tartarus, you cannot go back. That is the point of no return. If you've gone back and saved it in Tartarus, it does not matter. You cannot go back. I cannot specify this. I have seen many people do that, think they were going back, and had to restart the entire game entirely to play the DLC and shit. Do not be one of those people. It tells you to save for a reason. Save. Luckily, you should have manual saves throughout the game, so you wouldn't have to go all the way back. But in that case, my friend did want to start a new character anyway, so he didn't really care too much. That being said, we're gonna go to the point of no return. I made sure to have 2 of these. As you can see, both different days are recorded. And yeah. Ooh, that was a long start, wasn't it, huh, guys? Hope you guys are doing good today. I always try to start the video with something positive. It's type of I don't really care. I watch, like I said, when I came back, I wanted to be consistent and at least finish the series. That was when I finished the series, technically. And I'm not done with it either. I have to do the DLCs and stuff, but I finished 8 series. I'm counting that as a finished series, just for me. So you can see, you say, put on no return save saves you right before you actually go to Tartarus. Whenever you do go, you see we had the cows in our... Yeah, shut up, Ada. Shut up, Ada. Shut up, Ada. I'm talking. Oh, that's mean as hell. I'm sorry, Ada. I didn't mean it like that. But now, be quiet, though. Alright. So, instead of, talking to her and going to Tartarus, we are going to do something else. We are going to go this. So, it says, watch the Aether Wave. If you guys remember, Ada had received, or she didn't receive, she said she was about to watch an Aether Wave, which I believe that's what it's called. She says, Ada has the latest Halcyon Helen Aether Wave ready to watch. Speak with her when you're ready to sit back, relax, and enjoy a show. You want to activate this one if you want to start this DLC first, which we're going to be doing this one first.
How can I be of assistance?
I think I said in the last video, but chronologically, this one makes more sense for me than the Gorgon one, because the Gorgon one comes up later than this one. So I'm going to do this one first, plus this one is where we can get 2 of the times weapons that I'm going to be using as my main weapons, which is the last thing I actually wanted to do that I didn't do last time, even though we did use the mind control way to good effect. You mentioned an Aether Wave drama. I'd like to see it.
Certainly, Captain. I was hoping you would ask.
Here we go.
It was the law-forsaken parasites. I had become obsessed. My quest to stop them. To avenge my partner, Philip. And my ex-partner, Bernice. And Lieutenant Jurgen. And those 2 informants had brought me to Rizzo's distillery. But it wasn't just the triple distilled deliciousness of Rizzo's Spectrum brand vodka that I found there. It was death. I made sure the Brain Eaters paid the price. But at what cost to me? It's you.
This is the Halcyon News Network with breaking news. Halcyon Helen has been murdered. Administrator Ludovico of Rizzo's refused to answer the big question on everyone's mind. Who will Spectrum Vodka's next spokesperson be? Claiming that a special investigation must be concluded first.
Captain, we have a communication coming in from one Administrator Ludovico.
Get off the transmission, Cedric. We agreed to let me do the negotiating. Law be with you, friend. I am Administrator Ludovico of the famed Eridanos atmospheric complex. But there's no need to stand on formality. You may address me as Mr.
Nah, how about I call you Lou? Because you know what? Nah, man. I don't like you bored people. So, I'm gonna call you Lou.
How about not?
How about, yeah, okay, Lou.
I apologize if I've struck too familiar a tone for your tastes. Let me get right to the point. Halcyon Helen is dead. Murdered. Her death is the tragedy of our lifetime. As the face of our new product line, her murder is a stain on the Rizzo's brand. She was scheduled to unveil our newest product, Spectrum Brown, before this tragic event. But we cannot move forward with our unveiling until we apprehend the killer.
And your first thought was to come to
All right,
me?
Ludovico, that's enough. You don't know what you're doing. Let me handle this. Captain Hawthorne,
So, Cedric.
Sublight's favorite freelancer.
I low-key
I'm
forgot who this
such
character is.
an
I'm so excited to
admirer
play this
of your
DLC
work.
again.
Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground. I'm so glad we're hiring a third-party investigator. No one wants to see a troop of UDL guards stomping all over my hotel. Least of all me. The murder of Halcyon Helen is a heinous assault on this colony. I look forward to watching you find the miscreant responsible and drag them out of the shadows.
Having trouble seeing the death of the 2-bit actor as an assault on the colony.
Two-bit actor. Oh, Captain. This isn't Spencer Woolrich we're talking about. This is Halcyon Helen, Princess of Periodicals.
I don't know who it is,
Duchess
though.
of Dramaturgy.
I've been here for some shit.
You would not believe
I know who
the
Spencer
money
is.
She made us on Dissident Busters.
For law's sake, Cedric, could you show a little discretion and not bring up your contraband operations in front of an outsider?
Ludovico, you wound me. I'm establishing rapport with our new contractor. Let's not give him the impression that you can't be trusted.
Do you really want to do this right now, Cedric? You want to antagonize me while I'm negotiating a contract? Because I promise you,
Now, I want to pick the top answer.
win.
My bad. I want to pick the top answer. But to be honest, bro,
can
we gonna
do
let them
this
argue.
anytime you want. I'll even make an appointment. I'm sure your schedule's wide open. What with your product launch being indefinitely delayed due to unforeseen murder.
All right, Cedric. If that's how you want to behave, I have no choice but to file an official reprimand on your permanent record.
Oh, please do. I'd love an official reprimand from a failed executive. Could you do me a favor and have it laminated?
Could we please stop this nonsense?
Damn.
Captain,
What's up,
I'm
Constable?
Constable Maria Keene. Hiring a third-party investigator was my idea. I've been studying your dossier. You are an extraordinary scientist. If your talents extend to forensics, then you may be exactly what we need. As far as I'm concerned, you're the ideal inspector for this case.
Why? Why me? I like the sound of that, though.
I'm pleased to hear that. The future of our complex may depend on your success. I'll leave you in the constable's care. Mr. Kincannon and I must have a word.
Fine. Bud Rizzo's is paying for that hotel room.
I can't tell you how grateful I am for your help. And even though they may not show their gratitude, I know Administrator Ludovico and Mr. Kincannon appreciate your involvement. Mr. Kincannon could lose his spaceport if board authorities took over the investigation, and if Rizzo's is forced to cancel its unveiling, we might never recover.
Helen must have a pretty popular if her death could put an end to your operations.
Helen was more than popular. She gave something to this colony that no product line could ever provide. Real happiness. No
And
one
the
has
show's that
ever been
good?
as well known or as well loved. Outside of our courageous business leaders.
Yeah, you're competent. You could have
I
dealt with
represent the
this.
law, Captain. But what's happening between Mr. Kincannon and the Administrator is politics. Politics are not my area of expertise. The
You should
law
still be
is
a
simple.
detective. I don't care about them
Politics
either.
are complicated.
Politics are complicated. I don't fuck with politics neither in real life. Like that. I know I should, but I really don't. Relax, there's nothing I can't handle.
I'm pleased to hear that. From everything I've heard, you're a competent freelancer. And at the risk of sounding impertinent, we desperately need the help of someone competent. Thank you for your time, Captain. Whenever you're ready, I've authorized the Unreliable to land at the Grand Colonial.
Alright, I've got everything I need.
Transmission terminated. Captain, we are now cleared to land at the Eridanos atmospheric complex.
I don't know why they're trusting me to catch Halcyon Helen's
There are
kid.
several reasons why someone would hire your services. In descending order of likelihood, they are as follows: desperation, confusion, mistaken identity, inebriation, and genuine faith in your abilities.
Let's hope it's the last one. Even though that still wouldn't make too much sense. What can you tell me about the planet?
Eridanos is a hydrogen-helium gas
Eridanos.
giant, distinguished by a well-defined ring system. The Eridanos atmospheric complex is a system
Eridanos,
of land
that's what it is,
masses
guys.
propelled through a thin layer of the upper
I
atmosphere,
was saying Inderos.
where humans are potentially capable of surviving.
Okay. Thanks, Ada. And that gets us level 29. Just by doing nothing. I guess we're gonna get a lot of new armor from here. We're probably gonna end up with some type of Rizzo's armor, because this is like a Rizzo's theme type planet. But before we do that, though, I do want to level up my something. Sorry. Sneak. I believe that's what I want to start leveling up next. I am gonna respec eventually. I just don't really know when. I think I'm waiting until I get max level. I think that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, let's go. Eridanos. What was it? Inderos?
Captain, we've arrived.
It was Eridanos. Yeah, let's get it. It was Eridanos, boys. Alright. So, who are we going to be taking with us to Eridanos for the first time, you may be wondering. And then again, you may not be. But I'm going to be taking Pavardi and Felix with me. I haven't used Pavardi in a while. Too long for me, at least. And, I feel like these two, besides Nyoka is also an option. I feel like they'd go, somewhat crazy about, going to Eridanos. Okay, all of them would, but I feel like these two are the most, because he's literally only been on Groundbreaker. She's only been on the other planet, on Terra 2, and that Terra 2's, though, where she was, Edgewater, was way worse. Nyoka, she's been on Monarch. Monarch's kind of bad, but I feel like she did have a chance to leave if she wanted to at some point in time. She just chose not to. She chose to stay. I think there's somewhere in the story like that. I could be wrong. I feel like I am wrong. I'm gonna stop talking. I believe I am pretty wrong on that. But I feel like she wouldn't mind not going yet and letting these two go first, because she's kind of like the mom of the group, low key. And yeah, I just feel like out of everyone, these two should go first. Don't worry, we will be taking everyone on Enduros to make some type of chip, whether it's a side quest or a main quest, doesn't really matter. At least one time. So, let's go. Let's continue. Yeah, as you guys may tell, I am really excited to be playing this game. And playing this DLC again. Really am excited. Welcome to Eridanos.
You know,
Enteros.
we don't have to catch
Eridanos.
Helen's killer right this second. Maybe we ought to take in the sights.
Or maybe you can get unstuck. Can you
I'm
get
going.
unstuck, please? Come right here.
On my way.
Come to me. No, feet. Okay, you walk right back to it. Bro, come on, we don't have time for this. I always wanted to find the glitch, I swear.
Hello there.
Oh, shit.
Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort. Sublight Salvage and Shipping
Fuck.
Underground,
My bad,
or
guys.
Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
Alright, can you fill me in?
Try. I was the one who found Helen's body in the Grand Ballroom. Corpse
Alright,
wasn't
first
in
suspect
the
then,
best
fortunately.
shape. Aside from that, I don't know a whole lot. Helen was supposed to host the unveiling for Rizzo's newest product, Spectrum Brown. Until you catch the killer, the unveiling's been indefinitely postponed. Helen's death has been a shock for many. A lot of people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but I don't believe it.
Hey, Black Hole Birdie may be a savage brute on the field of honor, but he's no killer.
I still don't understand why anyone would have it in for Ms. Helen.
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose.
She was a decisive actor? Bro. Words are so hard for me, bro. I swear I can read.
Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help.
Okay, how'd she get so famous?
Why, she was a natural. People fell in love with her. She managed to wrangle up a following all on her own. She ended up about as famous and high-runged as your average VP, which rubbed a lot of Byzantines the wrong way. Actors ain't supposed to get preferential treatment. Let's see here. Oh, I already spoke briefly about the Spectrum unveiling, or lack thereof. It's still an awful shame. A lot of folks looking forward to that.
Thought you worked for Slugs,
I
not
do.
Rizzo's.
Rizzo's happened to rent out the Grand Colonial Ballroom from Slug for the unveiling. A nice mutually beneficial event. But the murder's gone and ruined that. Along with 9 out of 10 of my favorite cereals. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags.
Bags? What
You're
bags?
making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Lie and say no, that would be ridiculous. No, that would be ridiculous. Which one should we pick? Maybe you should take off that stupid hat before you start criticizing my appearance. Facts, you look like an elf. Yeah, as a matter of fact, yeah.
This is a hotel-mandated piece of my uniform, and it's very official. Even if it is a bit stupid.
Okay,
Anyhow,
alright, we agree.
I'll look for you in the Grand Ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Alright. Let's take a good look around before we continue, you know. Looks very nice. I love this DLC and the way it looks. I believe it does look better than the Gorgon.
I think I must have had something in my ear. I think Sweeney just said
You're going to be hearing a lot, and I do mean a lot of things. I remember Pravarti being able to say something during that, but I think I just missed the timing on it or picked the wrong decision. My bad.
No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able to find the Colonial right ahead.
Bet. Alright, so right here, I believe, is an elevator. We're not going to take it yet. I don't believe we need to take this elevator quite yet, though. But it is there. Got bellhops here. I believe this is the bellhop we were talking to. Yep, it is.
I only ever seen a place like this in periodicals. Or that one episode of
Norville. What's her name? Norville. Norville. I think it's Norville.
Halcyon Helen could meet a fate like this.
It really is a terrible shame.
Alright, so before we go inside the entrance, I may have saved this for the second episode. Before we go inside, just know that there is things in different directions if you do want to go explore, and we are going to next episode, but I want to just go ahead and hop in straight into the hotel. I like the elevator music. Alright, it's gonna be like, I don't care if you like it or not, that's gonna be all the time you're listening to it.
I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
That's fucked up, but that's how some people be thinking sometimes. Like, nah, low key, some people will be making bets, like, I bet you this shit ain't real. But sometimes it's like a bet and they're, you know, fucked up for it, sometimes they're just hurt by it, so the only way they can deal with it. This means nothing. Don't be like me the first time walking around the DLC trying to figure out a way to not fight and not gear through this because I really didn't feel like fighting. This doesn't mean shit. You can just walk through this.
Look at these people.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you.
Let's skip the pleasantries. I'm ready to begin with my investigation now. Okay. Constable King, nice to meet you. We spoke over the eighth. Yeah, you seem kind of cool.
It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
You're one of the few people a part of the board that aren't fucked up.
Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on. Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you.
I'm expecting you're talking about the body.
Oh, that. Goodness, no. This is far more interesting than Halcyon Helen's rapidly cooling corpse.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
It's kind of a little bit of a hint of one of the science weapons we're going to be getting later. But this is actually a science weapon. If I would have had both of these, though, you know, I could have said that. I've actually had this happen before. I believe my engineering is at 62. Interesting. I'm guessing this device is made of some sort of dermistic?
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Got it. Thanks.
Go on then. Give it a try. Just treat the amplifier as you would a weapon. Hold it good and steady, and look down scope.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Okay. I forgot to listen to see what they said. I am not going to lie. Yes, I am about to go back to see what they said about what it was called. And I missed the timing for it. Alright, you know what I would do? I would restart the recording. And right here, in the video right here, go back, download the video, look at it. But I think it's called the discrepancy amplifier. I think it's called the discrepancy amplifier. Greetings, Inspector. Thanks to the half-genius, half-mad science mind of Dr. Goodnight, you've been granted with the discrepancy amplifier. Discrepancy? Discrepancy amplifier. I think that's what it's fuck it. I don't care. A handy investigation device for uncovering clues throughout Eridanos. Be sure to equip the discrepancy amplifier in the weapon slot before you continue your hunt for Halcyon Helen. You do have to do this no matter what class you're playing. You're going to want this in some slot of your inventory, which may kind of suck for you depending on what you're doing, but yes. I don't know if this is quite qualified as a science weapon, but I kind of count it as one, considering that it isn't like any other weapon in the game, really. And so I do kind of count it as one that is, you know, 3, I believe, DLC weapons in this DLC already. I don't know if it's counting the 3rd one or not, though. Scaring Eridanos for evidence. To catch Halcyon Helen, you'll need to use the discrepancy amplifier to scope the reveal clue, not visible to the naked eye. Once you've located some evidence, aim directly at it, zoom in with the scope, and press the indication or the interaction button to analyze it. I read pretty well that time, didn't I? So look at this, inspecting the new weapon. Look how cool it looks. It does look really goddamn.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Right, let's check it out, though.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification.
Yeah, this thing talks to you. So we're going to be calling this thing, instead of, saying the full name, not because I can't say it. I can say it. But because since this man talks to us, he's going to be a little companion for the journey, we're going to be calling the man DA instead of discrepancy amplifier. Discrepancy amplifier. I know how to say it. I see you've been designing with a modular analytical system. This is just not a good day for words for me, bro. Why did I do this early in the morning? What else can you do?
The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed with advanced speech recognition,
discrepancy amplifier, get it right.
Scientific analysis, and deterministic calculus protocols.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you.
Let's get started. Tell me about the discrepancy you found.
This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Taste the
Don't
dirt.
do that. We got food back on the ship.
Discrepancy amplifier. Do the size of these footprints match anything you have on record?
Tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint.
Can you analyze the dirt?
Traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio.
So Helen must have been at the orchards before she died.
This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator
feel like anyone
Ludovico
could
to
have
grant
used
you
this,
access to the orchards. Contact
Maybe.
him through the secure access terminal in
You're a
your
little
penthouse
special.
suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
And that gets us to level 30. We are, I believe, almost at max level. I believe 32 is the new max level with this DLC, where the earlier one was 30. Or 29, I'm not quite sure. But we have more skills to pick, and we're going to level up our sneak a little bit more here. And we also want to make sure our long gun's at least at 20. Yep. Don't worry. We're also going to make sure to have some more shit. I believe this is what we're going to want to have. The range attacks reduce the target's armor rating by 1 point per hit. This effect lasts a short time. You can stack multiple times. Range deflect armor -1 for 10 seconds. You can stack up to 10. Okay, that's cool. Don't go down. I believe we are going to get this. This is the perk that's going to revive our teammates. Yeah, crazy. We're also going to want to get Boom Headshot. And we're going to get a couple other things. Make sure we have all of our science one. We're also going to want to get this one, but I think we can get this one next. Or we can get it now, but I want to go ahead and actually use the Revive Teammates perk. Our partners also have another perk we can do. So for Felix, I can go ahead and we can get Stand Your Ground. I believe everyone else has Stand Your Ground. Your companion takes damage. They gain armor for a short time. This effect can stack up to 3 times. Stand Your Ground plus 3 armor for rating for 10 seconds. That's pretty good, along with the revive system. I believe that's not that bad of a thing. I've also never used it before. So we're going to do it for her. Sorry, her. We're going to do that for him. And for her, Pravarti, I think I'm going to be giving her Second Wind. Instead of Stand Your Ground. When your companions down during combat, they healed back to some health and they continue fighting. Pravarti has a really good skill. If she can come back up immediately, that would be nice. And she also believe we can revive her if we need to, and she gets another chance to come back up. So I believe that's in her kind of skill set. So yeah. Don't worry, we're not going to be ending things quite yet, I believe. I don't believe the game is going to make us go back outside quite yet.
I left my favorite jacket.
Wow, this is how you know this is like a Byzantium type place, man. Let's go to reception.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspect. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon.
Right. You happen to have my room key?
Ah, yes. We are most pleased to offer you our grandest of grand accommodations, Inspector. The penthouse suite on our topmost floor is now available for you. The last guest left her belongings behind when she vacated unexpectedly, so we needed a little time to tidy the suite up for you. Simply call the elevator in the lobby, and our highly skilled operator will deliver you to your private floor with efficiency and cheer.
The Grand Colonial sure is interesting.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and
I believe it is interesting.
Please allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer.
What does this penthouse have to offer? Is there anything special about the upper levels? No one seems to be talking much about the lower levels of the hotel, though. That's enough about the hotel. I guess we can ask these questions. We can ask because we are going to be going to the upper level. Let's go ahead and ask about it.
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the upmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health.
What does Penthouse have to
Twice
offer?
the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolrich
Terra 2
gives
has
you a hard
Byzantium in
time
it.
about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Okay, that's enough
you're
about the
sure.
hotel. We'll ask that question a little bit later. Goodbye. Alright, so let's go ahead and go to the penthouse terminal. This is going... well, you'll see what it is.
Hello there, my inordinately esteemed guest. If my hello were
Hello?
any more earnest, this loudspeaker would explode. What authorized floor can I bring you to?
What authorized floor can I bring you to? I like to visit the penthouse.
The finest seat in the house.
Let's go. Alright. here we are. This is the penthouse. This is where your characters are going to be staying for the majority of the DLC. We don't have and we aren't going to be leaving this planet a lot, I believe, this DLC. Most of everything is going to stay on this planet. I believe there is one new area we go to. We are going to have to come off the unreliable. That isn't going to come up for a while, I don't think. But yeah, so here we are. We have a couple of timeline discrepancies here. Pull out and look for it.
The imprint left inside
Is it
this
close?
suitcase matches the silhouette of Halcyon Helen's iconic handgun, the Needler. The weapon was recently removed.
Of course it was. I believe that's it, though. So I always want to make sure we have this thing out when we're just walking around exploring, because it will just randomly pick it up, and of course switching would, you know, be kind of annoying. Also, we have these.
Where did we go wrong? Oh, Lo, I'm so sorry. That didn't mean for... Helen, I love you. I love you so much.
Black hole birdie message. That does seem a little bit suspicious, huh? Examine this. Notified of unlawful equipment. Okay, it's some board bullshit. We're not going to listen to that. Alright, I believe that is the only timeline discrepancy. We can go around, and to end off the video, let's talk to everyone. See what they see about the hotel. See what they say. We can go ahead and sheath this, though. Just make sure you want to have it as your first weapon. I believe you... Oh, we haven't been in the bathroom quite yet, I don't believe. There's a couple of things you can take here. So if you didn't get it from there, we are in Halcyon's Helen's room right now. They just gave us her room. I don't know if they already said that or not. They might have. But yeah.
I do love all the wall space. So much room for trophies.
Okay.
When it comes
Sam?
to on-the-go cleanliness, Sam Unit murder the competition.
There's
Bavardi?
There's no room service, right? Just asking.
Aww. You order whatever you want if there is, Bavardi. Order whatever the hell you want. Max is down here. I don't actually believe I played with him.
I sometimes find myself musing on who I used to think I was. It seems ridiculous in hindsight, but without my obsession, I never would have reached this point.
I never actually played with Max on this DLC before doing his before doing his side quest. I've only done it after, so if you haven't done your Max's side quest, you might actually want to hold off on it finishing it and see how he acts differently during the DLC. Where is Ellie? There she is.
I call the big bed. Anyone wants to challenge me, we can play a hand of cards.
I'm the captain. I guess you don't give a damn, huh? Oh, here's Felix.
People in Byzantium live all the time?
That's everyone. And I guess last but not least, we can check on Sam.
Slovenly. These premises are unsuitably disordered.
Alright.
Inspector, I understand you've visited the scene of the crime. Halcyon Helen was an important cultural icon. She will be sorely missed.
You mean Ruth Bellamy? Halcyon Helen was just a character.
Halcyon Helen was more than a character. She was a brand. Her death will now be associated with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown. You understand why that worries me.
I get it. You don't want to be responsible for the drink that kills people. Oh yeah, you don't want to be responsible for a drink that kills people.
I do not. Spacer's Choice has that market cornered. Back to the matter at hand. Tell me about your investigation.
I got a lead. I can't tell you why, but I need to access to
your discretion is appreciated. I admit, I'm beginning to feel more confident in this arrangement. Here, I'm granting you access through the gates to the orchards. You're officially authorized to see this investigation through to the end. There is one caveat. Cedric's being rather intransigent about letting you into the spaceport. Possibly he's trying to hide something. Possibly he wants to annoy me. Possibly both.
Okay, we'll check it out, but I'll bear that in mind.
Lead to chase. Law speed, Inspector.
I'll be back. Alright, so it looks like we already have our first way to go. We also got that really weird tape that I guess we're going to check one and talk to someone about later. But until then, I think it's a good time to go ahead and end off the episodes. What we got here? We saw things, we talked a lot, we get introduced to a lot of shit, just not a lot of story as well. And I'm loving it. I'm really excited to play this. So I'm going to be editing this video and the last video I did and putting them up quite soon here. Probably by today. I hope I can get it done by today. But until then, guys, like, comment, subscribe to this video if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Haters wonder why Gambino got the game. Half-tied thicky, all she wanna do is bang. Got her hair done, French braids, now she ASAP. Bino so insensitive, she asking why you say that. Head, I'm chillin', real nigga feelin'. Rich kid asshole, paint me as a villain. Still spittin' that cash flow, DJ Khaled. I got penthouse on both coasts, PH balance. Real nigga, I rep those. Why though? Cause I said so. Deep in that Pepto, I got 5 on it like Benfolds. I got more tail than that Petco. You faker than some sweet and low. Yeah, you got some silverware, but really, are you eating though? Are you eating though? Nigga, are you eating though? Breakfast, lunch, and dinners for beginners, you ain't even know. Never catching cases, why they faces look so EMO.